So we researched the problems behind prom and the restrictions on prom, as well as substance abuse. And we found that most of the restrictions are because of the substance abuse that occurs at prom, so we want to change that. And we do know that the numbers are going down, so we're trying to reinforce that and keep the numbers going down.
This relates to our daily lives. We're high school students, we go to prom. We see this all around us, substance abuse, and we'd like to change it. We want a fun prom, but more importantly, we all want a safe prom. According to the Be Responsible About Drinking newsletter, drinking in adolescence doesn't just affect you socially, it affects you internally. Alcohol interrupts your sleep, which results in memory loss, attention span loss, and it affects two parts of your brain, the prefrontal areas, which are behind your forehead. They play a key part in decision making, your ability to make decision making, your ability to judge a situation, and the hippocampus plays a part in memory and learning.
There's also lots of school privileges, and depending on substance abuse, it can escalate to suspension, expulsion, not walking at graduation, but the minimum punishments are 10 sessions with second growth, a 10-day out-of-school suspension. You could be suspended from your sports team. They call your parents, and they call a Lebanon Police Department, which could result in legal punishment.
And we talked to Officer Parson about this. If the police department was called about a student that was drunk at prom, they would show up, they would do sobriety tests such as an eye test, a walking test, and at that point they would pretty much know if you were intoxicated or not. He said they would offer you a breathalyzer, and that would be mostly to clear you. And then at that point, if you blew above the legal limit, which is .02 if you're under 21, you'd be arrested, you'd be brought to the police station. If you were 16 or under, you would not be put in a jail cell, you would be put in a processing room. You would be questioned, your parents would be called, they'd come pick you up. If you were 17 or over, you would be put in a jail cell, fingerprinted, photographed, all of that. And you could request for a bail commissioner who could come, but if you did not request one, you would spend the night in jail. A DUI, it not only takes a toll on you emotionally, but financially, it's just a wrecking ball. It costs up to $10,000 by the time you pay your bail, your legal fees, your insurance, and fines. And also, financially, you put a lot of money into prom. The average couple spends about $1,000 just going to prom. So if you drink and you put yourself at risk, you're putting yourself at risk to just waste all of that money.
You also lose trust with your family, your friends, your school, and you're putting other people in danger. You're not only putting the people at prom in danger, you're putting everybody that's on the road at danger if you decide to drive after prom.
This drunk driving at prom also affects the community. Like Erin just said, if you drink and drive, you're endangering everyone else that's on the road that night. And if something happened to a student who got in a car accident, got hurt, or passed away, that would affect the students here, the teachers here, families, everyone would be involved.
And the issue affects the school because it is a school-sponsored event. One bad decision could ruin it for years to come. It also affects the neighborhood because the noise, the activities, the people driving. It affects the nation and world because substance abuse occurs everywhere. And the more people that are abusing substances and driving, the more people in the world that are being endangered.
There is a controversy around this problem. It's not whether or not it exists, it's how to address it, how to fix it. And there's a long history behind drinking at prom. April, May, and June, which are prom and graduation season, are the most dangerous months to drive. 1/3 of alcohol-related fatalities among teens happen during these 3 months. In 2005, almost 700 students under 21 were killed during these months. But like we said at the beginning, the numbers are going down. From the 15 years from 1990 to 2005, the reports of drinking and driving among teens dropped about 35%.
The next section comes from the article Avoid Drunk Driving on Prom Night by Julia Rosian. And there are many schools that have addressed this issue in different ways. At a school in Washington, they implanted Prom Safe Ride Home, where parents and community members volunteer and they all meet up at the school and they wait for calls to come in from teenagers. And if you call before 2 a.m., it ensures a free, safe, non-judgmental ride home for teenagers who are in at-risk situations. And another program implanted in some schools has been Lock-In, which is a lot like our Project Grad, but it's on prom night where students pay $5 to go to a party after prom. And it's supervised and there's no alcohol, you get food and drinks, you play games, you win prizes. And after that, some parents open their homes for a breakfast. So it's an all-night thing, it's sort of like Project Grad, but it avoids people going to parties and drinking or driving drunk after prom.
We know that it would be really hard to stop substance abuse on prom night, but we know it will make a difference if the numbers just keep decreasing. That's our main goal. We'd also like to see a Prom Promise enacted here. We'd like to have a contract that every student signs that attends prom that says you will not drink, you will not drive. And we'd hopefully like to see that this year, but if not, we definitely need to push for it for next year.
Nice job, ladies. Do you guys have any follow-up questions for them? Anybody? All right. Thank you, ladies.